Mountain Band just finishing their musical selection.
Hopefully when I'll get it, when it comes up.
Killkenny and Tip have met.
But if you watch it, you should have it up here.
Tip still leading in the local rivalry by 12 wins.
The next thing
but that's all part of history. Liam Sheedy there with his right hand and left hand men there, Eamon O'Shea and Michael Ryan. Michael on the left hand side there played a blinder, as you remember, in the 1991 final, also against Killkenny. Well, that was a victorious day for the men from the Premier County. And before the action gets underway, everybody standing here now for the playing and indeed the singing of Oral Navian. A huge battle of hearts and minds and willpower expected. Will Killkenny, under Brian Cody, prevail this afternoon and become the history makers? Can Tipperary produce a match-winning performance? We've got 70 minutes to provide us with an answer. Michael Wadding about to get the match underway. It's Killkenny from left to right for this first half. And straight away back towards Tommy Welsh. Dodging away from the challenges and a hefty one at that coming in from Noel McGrath. Free immediately awarded. A quick warning there by the referee to McGrath just to cool it down a little bit. He's only 19 years of age. And this is hit by John Dalton. He hits it a long distance inside towards Richie Power. Spills around in there. Anxious moments for the backs. Conor O'Mahony getting a first possession. Hitting it away down towards Lark Colvin, has moved out onto the 40. That was anticipated either a move out there by himself or by Noel McGrath. You remember how successful McGrath was out there against Waterford in the semi-final. Just have a look at this again here. And the free to Henry Shefflin as a result of that foul. This, I think, is the first time I can remember two players going into an All-Ireland final with two very dodgy knees.
That's right, and see Larry Corbett gone to centre forward and John Tennyson obviously just trying to test him with the pace early on. Noel McGrath got to full forward and Patrick Maher out at left half forward. John O'Brien in the left corner.
Henry Shefflin then to try and open the scoring here, and he's hit it away to the right hand side and is getting the best attempts of Eddie Brennan to keep it in play. That's the first recorded wide of the match. It's a very blustery afternoon, mist coming down as well. Very uncomfortable for the players. Breeze behind Tipperary essentially for the opening 35 minutes as Brendan Cummins pops it out towards Patrick Bauer, operating at left half forward, the number 11 in the white helmet, prodding it on there, trying to make some inroads, stopped by John Dalton, standing his ground there, back out as far as Tommy Welsh, and Welsh letting it fly up towards Henry Shefflin, the wind holding it up a little bit. Henry's after him, so too is TJ Reid, the team captain. Nice looking shot, good looking shot, but it doesn't quite have the distance, and Brendan Cummins plucks it down and hits it away to the right hand side, trying to put his own forwards into the attack immediately. Noel McGrath there comes back out here once more. Shane McGrath picking it up, referee blowing his whistle for that foul, and Michael Wadding pointing in the general direction of the Killkenny goal. So Henry Shefflin's missed on the free already. Now it's Owen Kelly's turn.
I think the wind is a bigger factor than the minor matches. Really after picking up, you saw Henry Shefflin's free, couldn't get the distance, and TJ Reid only from 30 yards out again dropped it short. So Tip will need to get a bit of a lead up by half time.
So Owen Kelly, the team captain, winner of 5 All-Stars. Really good opportunity here to put his team in front, hitting it with deadly accuracy and putting it over the bar. Scored 13 points in last year's final, 3 of those coming from play. Interesting to see how he does against Noel Hickey this afternoon. Last year it was JJ Delaney, remember, who was in at full back. TJ Ryan's puck out, straight down through the centre again. Henry Shefflin the target. Coming across to cover here is Padraig Maher. Helped out over there by the other wing back, Declan Fanning, running into traffic. Into the centre of the field here, Shane McGrath, the yellow helmet, bottled up in there. And the referee says you held on too long. And it's a free once again for Killkenny, so a second free for them at the target. And a chance for them to go level. This will be from the 45-metre line. McGrath will claim there wasn't a great deal he could have done about that, but he was surrounded immediately by very eager Killkenny players. We're coming in to offer a towel there, just try and dry the handle of the hurley for Henry Shefflin. Missed one already, this to tie it up. And he's done the needful. So the first 2 points of the match coming from frees. From the expected sources, Henry Shefflin and Owen Kelly. Still at the settling down stage.
Yeah, Jerry, you can see here, Brendan Maher and Shane McGrath in the midfield trying to keep way out of the middle of the field and make room for the forwards. But Michael Fennelly getting on the back of it.
This comes straight down from the tap as far as Henry Shefflin. Running into a number of players there in the middle of the park. John Fitzpatrick kicking it out towards Owen Larkin. Works his socks off in all matches. Blocked down well. McGrath was coming across, out came Conor O'Mahony, needs a second goal, this time kicks it forward towards Owen Kelly, has drifted out, Brendan Maher's trying to get away from John Tennyson, held, and once again the referee blows his whistle, and it's going to be another free for Killkenny and a chance for them to get or for Tipperary rather, and a chance for them to get a second point. Owen Kelly ready to take it.
Yeah, it's been a big feature of Tips play over the last couple of games in particular. They're moving to the forward line, and you can see it again already there, they're moving all over the place, creating space, and they're looking for runners then to come through like Shane McGrath and Brendan Maher and maybe Darragh Corbett just to pick up this breaking ball and carry it forward. And interesting too, Jared, today I think 5 Tipperary players are under 21. Killkenny with a much more battle-hardened team, if you like, don't tend to have the under 21s in their talent at all, so it'll be interesting to see the youth versus the men more experienced, and as the game draws on, when these young players have the legs, even though they have a couple of years maybe on the panel now, but will they have that power and physical fitness required?
Well, that's as Owen Kelly put that one over. That was the block there by Shane McGrath. He injured himself in the process. And
there he is again, yeah. You can see that in both teams, great hunger, that's part and parcel of the game now, the level of fitness so high.
This runs on here towards Shefflin once again. Really active in the early minutes of this match, inside towards Richie Parr. Loses it, however, comes back out towards Brendan Maher. He's having a terrific season. Back out towards Padraig Maher, his namesake. Missed by Patrick Maher. There's Mahers everywhere and anywhere in the Tipperary team. John Dalton driving it a long distance. Held up on the breeze a little bit, however, as Richie Parr was coming for it, and Paul Curran got there first. Out to Brendan Maher. Big one down. Prodded on there by Garroyd Ryan, but again won by the man in the corner there, who is John Dalton, who's having a mighty season. Jackie Turrell, the number 4, breaking up from left corner back, fouled on the 65-metre line. Free to Killkenny. You can see just how pumped up the players are. Every time they get a decision, they try to G up their colleagues.
Yeah, Jackie Turrell very comfortable out the field. Paul Curran here, you mentioned a couple of players in that passage that played. Paul Curran having a brilliant year for Tipperary, Brendan Maher in the middle of the field, and John Dalton really, keeping Michael Cavan off the team, who was 7 All-Ireland medals and playing very well in training.
Look how far out they brought Henry Shefflin to take this from his own 65-metre line. It's dropping short, it's touched out there. They're trying to race after it. Michael Cahill trying to get it away to the man at left half back. It was full-back last year. Padraig Maher trying to measure his clearance into the middle of the field. Might work out for them, not quite, because John Fitzpatrick's won it back again. One of those to captain Killkenny to one of their All-Ireland titles in the last 4 years. Tip Hammett again. Shane McGrath. He's given it away poorly. Put the pressure, however, on Noel Hickey, and the ball is stolen away by Owen Kelly. Immediately a group of players converge on him, and Hickey wins it back. Poor clearance happening as far as Noel McGrath from some 45 metres out, shooting the goalkeepers, comfortably taken in there by the 33-year-old from Fenians. And TJ Ryan's clearance is a big one up towards Henry Shefflin. One back again by Paddy Stapleton this time. Look at how awkward it is for the players in possession to get enough latitude to get the ball away in this match. Very tense opening 8 minutes. Owen Larkin, high up into the clouds, batted down by Conor O'Mahony out as far as Padraig Maher. Still he goes forward, the under-21 captain. There's a big date against Galway next Saturday night in fairness.